Hi everyone. So I'm getting some crazy ideas in my mind. Um, I don't know, but I'm not stressed out anymore. I feel like I have released most of what I was thinking. Um, but I had an, an idea. It's not an idea, but I've been having like national security problems in my mind. Like I see like um, evil people that want to take over and that want to remain in power, killing people that are good. So these evil people, if they detect someone that's a threat to their system or ways of thinking, and if they come to find out the truth, then they kill them. So there's two groups. Well, actually, there's no group. There's just one group that's evil, and I think they pretend to be cops, but they don't. They're not really cops. They just they got inside of the system somehow, and they they're like paying off people that have clearance to do their dirty work, and basically like for example, I and then they're pretending, they're acting. So you won't even know if you're around them right now, unless you try to tell them something and they get very very angry, and they'll try to manipulate you into thinking that you're obviously wrong, and they'll try to convince you otherwise, that they're not wrong and that other people are wrong besides them. Then if someone says, oh, this person is right or whatever, and they get angry, and people that are aware, say there's like 10 people that are in the same team or on the same mission or whatever, then someone else comes along and says something about them, then they're fully aware of it. And then not just that, but there's different areas. So there's different rooms or different sections. So and then some of them, they're like spies. They're they all the information, they're sharing it with one another. um, but see, that's why it's very very important with the internet, because now we have the power to know where everyone's at all times and who's meeting up with who. Um, and see, it puts a stop to all this immediately and effectively. So um, I guess it would be a fact or a factor of us, um, whoever's up there, and like the political sectors to view one another's text messages and obviously their text history um, w- with the phones that they use or maybe got from someone else, because it's not just maybe a phone number that they registered under their own name or their own social security number. But I guess once all the numbers are gathered from each group or groups of people, then the monitoring of the text messages can take effect and be evaluated for for the preventative of evil people taking over the world, um, and destroying innocent lives. Because I have this thought that there's innocent people that are honest and loyal, and other people just don't care. They're just trying to get money, and they'll do whatever they can to stay in power, even if they have to do some dishonest things. But in my mind, I seen like innocent people, innocent soldiers, innocent like military personnel, um, like getting taken out by these people that are the evil people. Um, so it's like I don't know, like people people that are not for the people, they're just for themselves, and they're doing whatever they can to get ahead and above, and they're getting into the court systems, they're getting into um, like making the laws and stuff. So if they have climbed up to that stature, then our everyone's lives is really at risk, especially if they continue and persist in this area. So that's why I talk about the things that I talk about, and I think that's why maybe I'm getting all these ideas in my mind, because I honestly do not profit in any of this. So um, it was just like these thoughts that just keep playing in my mind, and it's like watching a movie. It's like watching a movie, and then like a deal that goes wrong like that. Like someone wants to meet up to exchange money for drugs or whatever, right? But then there's the group where they just want to fuck everything up. They don't want to pay for the drugs, so they take the drugs, or vice versa. They don't want to pay for the drugs, so they take the drugs, or whatever. Whoever has whatever, it doesn't matter. But that's just what I seen. So it will be like, obviously, it's prime crime prevention, because how do we know that there isn't someone that's using other people that are in the system? um, when they receive orders, they just do what they're ordered. But how is it like monitored and controlled? And I'm not asking, I'm just saying. And I guess that's when really like the internet can come into play and really observe everyone's activity, who they're meeting up with, who they're not meeting up with, why, the intentions, why, all these things. So it will put a stop to all crime. So I really don't know what's going on out there in the world, but that's just what I seen. I seen evil people rising up, and I seen them like it's just like if someone was serving our country and they were loyal, they were trustworthy, and and then if like basically like they learned so much in their lives for someone to take them out for over money. That shouldn't be the case at all. So maybe that's another reason why probably I'm getting these thoughts, um, and why I've been stressed out. I don't know. But I mean, either way, it doesn't matter because I really can't do anything about this stuff anyway, you know? But all of us together, we can. All of us as a people, we can make this happen. And we could all look out for each other by standing up to our rights and standing up against the system that's so corrupted and that's against people, because the system was created for people and for the people. So there's no reason, there's no obstacle that could stop that, and that should be stopping that whatsoever. So if there's something that is, then it needs to be corrected for the benefit of all people. And obviously, I don't know if this is like political stuff or not, but I have like this thought that like told me not to get into political stuff. And I don't even know the real definition of that, but those are just things that I see. And like how are we supposed to know if someone is really telling the truth or not? If, say for example, you just met someone just yesterday that claims to be an officer or an official, um, and then that's higher in command, taking orders or even barking orders. Are you supposed to just believe and trust, especially with this time and age when we have so much information through the internet and all that? Like what used to be top secret is no longer top secret. Um, I mean, I was watching videos on YouTube of like um, what is it? I think it was like military. There's like military drills and all kinds of stuff. So it's like who are we supposed to really believe or not believe? See, and then that's the great thing with the internet. It has a record of keeping this information stored to refer back if indeed this person claims to be who the fuck they are or not. With history of them going to school, the people they have connections with, who they don't have connections with, who they have clearance with, who they don't. And obviously, the military will be able to control all this to what gets revealed and what doesn't get revealed. We will not have any control over that. And then obviously for the people, like citizens, then yeah, basic schooling and stuff like that will be revealed. Um, if if they wanted to, everything will be there in the computer. Um, and then I guess it will be optional for that person to share that information or not. And if we really don't have any full control over all this, then what do we have control over? If this is the internet is controlling everyone's life, not controlling but impacting everyone's life, and we all need the internet to we're all relying on the internet for various things for everyday life. Even if some of us don't doubt that, well, you're using GPS. GPS is probably like one of the biggest apps that people use. I mean, like the map navigation, and obviously everything is already mapped out. From the United States of America to other countries in the world. Um, and everything is graphed out. So there is no, like, in a way, secrecy if indeed everything is being monitored and recorded, even um, from the space station. And I don't know why I went to gaming, but space station, and then all the satellites that are up there and all that other stuff, right? So, there's a lot I don't even want to get into that I'm not going to get into, um, because it doesn't matter, because they already have all the intel. So it's not it will be. I just want to keep it professional. So, and I'm not saying that none of this is, but if people have a lot of money, I mean, how much can they get away with, and how far can they get? What can they do? What can they really affect? And again, I'm not asking, I'm just saying. And um and I guess all that is under control, I guess, but I just see like a conspiracy, um people that are against, um I don't know if people are against, like, me and myself, and then the reasons why behind that, I have no idea. um but see, I believe that I've been set up. I believe that my whole family has been set up, and that's so that I wouldn't and my family wouldn't be involved with anything, especially when it comes to authority in this country. Because now all they have to do is pull up this dirty rap sheet and name off a few things. And therefore, I'm automatically not qualified. I'm automatically disregarded. I'm automatically not even a fucking option to be regarded. So, and that's what they're using, I believe, and that's okay. You know, if that's really the case, then that's okay. I have no control over that. Um, but I don't know. Like, maybe maybe it is demons fucking with my mind, or maybe it's all these movies that I've watched during the course of my life, and I just got hit too hard in the fucking head where it scrambled all this information, and I'm fucking confused, or I'm somewhat um, along the lines of God speaking to me directly for the benefit of everyone. Because I'm just like everyone else. I don't give a fuck. I just want to make money just like everyone else. I want to get whatever the fuck I can out of this fucking piece of shit world, just like you are. And everyone's happy, I'm happy. At least that's how my mind puts it. But in reality, you know, I'm happy and I don't really give a fuck about anyone. Because if I really did, there's many people out there suffering. See, so it's really us, all of us, taking action, all of us making things happen. It's either that or we're all just being tested because all of us, most of us go to school. We go and we learn a trade. There's people out there that are in business and they create different types of apps, for example. It doesn't matter what the fuck they apply to it or not. At the end of the day, someone is out there perfecting the shit. And like we have the big names, big name companies and all that. Um, and they're, I'm not saying that they should be stopped or why are they, the biggest companies in the nation. I'm not saying all that. Um, and there is a lot of copycats, and that's okay because not everyone thinks the same, and that's the way it is with around the world. We have the United States, and we have a bunch of other countries, right? And throughout all these countries, there's different ways of living. There's different cities. Like for example, I was watching this like program with my friend, and I think there's a city or a state where they didn't allow people to drive vehicles, so they just ride horses. Maybe to monitor and test how these people respond and act and behave um, with just that type of commute and that accessible means of transportation, while other people maybe may have different types and forms of transportation. I believe the United States of America has all forms of transportation, but we can't literally ride a horse from one city to the next city. See, so there's different things. There's different laws. So, and I mean, are we being tested to see what works best and what doesn't? And then what works best, is it being implemented to the rest of the world at one point or a degree in our lives? And then we have different apps, different applications, different websites, and maybe some people can implement. Create it and even implement it different in different methods, different various ways. And is that being copied or not? See, so there's a lot of tests, I believe, being that are being performed, and it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing because we're all working for each other, whether we realize it or not, and that's a good thing. But I believe along the way, we all need to look out for each other. And you know, if I'm right, I mean, the worst that could happen is people kill me, torture me, I'm dead, right? And they have nothing to run with. They're stuck. They're at a fucking dead end. And that's great because all glory and praise belongs to God and to God alone. And the United States of America was and is founded by the principles of the Holy Bible. Whether we like those facts or not. See, so there is something happening, I believe. There's something greater at work that God is doing and that He wants all of us to take a part of, regardless of what we consider a fucking sin or not. That's besides the point. People like that will get dealt with one way or another, just like they have for many, many years ago, right? But it doesn't change the facts that God is going to continue His work in and through us for His glory, for His purpose, and for the benefit of mankind that is to come before us. I mean, before us or after us? After us, right? So we are to protect, and by we I mean everyone, is to protect everyone's rights. Eventually, those people that are there for other people's rights and protecting other people's rights, eventually you're going to need rights that need to be upheld for your own personal life. Whether you're sick and you need to go to the hospital and you don't have the money to cover for your expenses, you're going to need someone there to cover up after your ass. You're going to need someone there to protect your ass. You're going to need someone there that's trustworthy right alongside you. And then if a state of an emergency happens or on a global scale, well, military has the internet and they'll be able to quickly reference who's who and who isn't who. If they could be utilized for a specific purpose or not, just with the data that was collected. If everything went to shit, because certainly we wouldn't have any power. Half the fucking world doesn't know how to produce power. So there goes all the fucking technical shit. Besides the military. And all the shit that you ever posted on Facebook, Instagram, any other social media fucking shit, it all can be used against you. Whether for good or evil. Or good or bad. On your personal life. And everything else that you have ever written, I guess it could narrow down to the character or characteristics that you possess for them to quickly determine what type of person you are. So this is not a game. It's not a fucking game. I love playing video games though. Don't get me wrong. I could do that shit all day long. I mean, as a matter of fact, I wish I'd even have to go to work. I wish I could just stay home and play video games all fucking day long. I don't know about you. I mean, I would rather for me to have money so I could invite some bitches over so I could just, fuck them as I'm playing my video games. They could play with me. You know? That's just me though. Some shit's happening. And everything is under control. Um, everything is good. There's nothing for anyone to worry about. God has everything under control. Everyone's life is protected. And if anyone ever does any harm to anyone, best believe that it's going to get dealt with the right way. And by that I mean, through the law system way. So yeah, everything is good. Everything's okay. What it really comes down to is it will get taken care of lawfully. But if someone decides to go about something unlawfully, then those that are investigators will be able to understand everything to the T, like watching a fucking movie. Not like motherfuckers don't even have to go and confess anymore. All they gotta do is fucking hit fucking rewind and start playing from your fucking vintage point or your coordinates, walking around with your fucking cell phone. and they can listen to your cell phone and the cell phones around you, and anyone that has communication with you, that's it. They could easily close a case real quick. It's that simple. It's not, nothing's complicated. So I don't know why the fuck I'm getting these thoughts. Why the fuck I'm getting these crazy fucking like visions in my mind. I mean, I really don't know. But everything's okay. Everything is okay. But there is a lot of obviously injustice going around. We could all see it. I mean, there's people that get kicked out for being in a shopping area because they have no money, because they don't bring no value to other people. They're not even allowed to. What is that word called? Um, like ask for money, panhandling, or even if you as a person that wants to make money and you're trying to sell stuff on the streets, even you could get kicked out of a particular area. It's the same thing with the internet. If you sell some form of product that can be sold on a global scale, I guess there's different ways to go about it, but even then, there's a lot of rules and stuff like that. I don't know no more. My eyes, this world's all fucked up. I guess people would do anything to feed their fucking children and themselves. I mean, today's fucking world is the biggest problem, especially in the United States of America, is fucking gluttony, eating too goddamn much, obesity. I mean, we could all walk into a fucking fast food chain and all buy a fucking patty every fucking single day for the rest of our lives. Like, where the fuck is that fucking meat coming from? It's a lot of weird shit going on. I mean, I don't give a fuck. No one else seems to give a fuck. No, I don't. If people give a fuck, I guess they're creating videos like I am, talking about this shit, doing something about it. And you're interested for what reason? Just to talk shit? Really? Just to talk shit? You might as well hit up uh, MTV or people that are paid to talk shit. Or wait, are you getting paid to talk shit? Are people paying others to talk shit and laugh whenever the fuck you laugh? Haha, it's a joke. I disagree with this. Let me also agree with this or disagree with this. You agree with this, let me agree with you. I just want that paycheck every fucking week. I just don't know no more. But I'm gonna assume that everything's okay and that God has everything under control. And, you know, um, if there's any evil people out there trying to hurt people, then I believe God's gonna deal with them one way or the other. So that's what I believe. That's what I think. I don't know about any of you, but see, everyone that is being hacked, the computer also knows who you're hacking, why you're hacking them, what the fuck you're talking about, in secret or not, because everything is revealed. And I guess we could all get scared and we obviously wouldn't want anyone else to know about our secrets, even though if you have written about it on your phone or any other phone communicating with a particular person, it all connects. But no one's going to look into your personal life and reveal it maliciously because they hate you and they want to expose your sin to the world or what people would presume to be sin or whatever, especially if they're religious. But obviously, if you're not hurting anyone, then it's really not considered a sin. But see, I think what real blasphemy is not what the fuck the Bible calls blasphemy. Blasphemy is anyone that is against a nation. Like all these fucking gangbangers out there, that's blasphemy. That's real blasphemy. That's what the real definition of blasphemy is right there. They want to rise up and claim to be about something they're not about shit. Especially if it comes down to hurting other people for no particular purpose other than just to hurt people. That's considered being a bully and a terrorist group. That's real blasphemy. So I guess there's nothing wrong with unity and having a fan base for a particular type of group or organization, unless it's violence towards other people and inflicting pain upon other people. Unless it's military for intel or whatever. I don't fucking know. That's out of my. I don't even want to get into all that. That's not for me to worry about. So these terrorists are the ones that need to get dealt with, especially if their intention is to hurt other people. Now there's military, their intention is to hurt other people, but for the right cause, for the right mission. And if anyone tries to go against that mission, best believe they're going to get dealt with the right way. It's that simple. I mean, I'm not making this shit up. It's been happening since the caveman days. You know? So, yeah, if there's any group out there trying to fuck with anyone, especially if they don't have the support of anyone except themselves, then you better be fucking afraid. Then you better fucking slam on those brakes as hard as you can, bitch ass motherfuckers, before it's too fucking late. Because no one's fucking around. God's not fucking around. That's a fact. And who said that only a certain type of people that act a certain way can serve God? That's bullshit. God could be just like you and still believe in himself and still confess himself and still kill you at the same fucking time without any thought about it. He's just saying you straight to hell where you belong. According to his viewpoint and judgment. So, I mean, what do you want to see in this world? I personally want to see something like this. That is God's mission as well. Everything is protected, people are protected. But see, there's a lot of people out there that are getting fucked financially. And that also needs to get stopped. Because see, now I have to fucking sit here in my room and masturbate. If I had my money, I could be hitting the strip club. I could be going to Vegas. every fucking weekend. But you want to eat more, don't you? You want to give a not just a nice little bracelet to your kids. You want to buy them a fucking brand new car or some shit, house. Like, let them work for it, just like everyone else is working for their shit. I mean, I don't fucking know. I mean, I believe that that's some fucked up shit. There's a lot of people out there without shit. And I mean, if you're the one with power, one day you're gonna be gone too, just like the rest of us. You don't know how the fuck that money's gonna be distributed and altered, if at all, through the legal system, legislature or whatever. I don't even know how to pronounce that fucking word. That you fucking educated motherfuckers use. I mean, am I talking? See, like when I speak, am I talking like of my own authority, or am I speaking on the authority for all people? And then when you speak, do you speak for your own authority or for the authority of all people? Or do you just speak up for yourself and your group? I mean, I'm not the judge of that. I'm so glad that I'm not. Praise God that I'm not. Shit. Because if I had some money, best believe I'll have some escort to my fucking door, my own house, chilling with me all fucking day. And you will be making money to give to your children's children as well. I guess we all would. Like, I don't know what the fuck. See, I don't know where you motherfuckers lost it, or where you guys are taking this as a joke or not. It's not a joke. This is some serious shit. And then people are just miraculously disappearing. People are, I mean, I don't fucking know. My fucking head hurt for so long trying to think about all this shit. It's either that or, me and my cousin were really doing some shit with this internet shit. And maybe it was getting too close with all this um, highly classified data shit that you guys did not want us to go around it, probably. And since we have a criminal history, um, even though we were 15, 16 years old, um, you guys are trying to use that against us and prevent us from growing because you're too fucking afraid to fuck with us. But guess what? There's many other countries that have access to all this shit. So all of you motherfuckers better get on point before it's too late. And you motherfuckers that are trying to prevent us from growing need to step aside and let people that know what the fuck they're doing get a hold of this shit before it's too fucking late. Because this is not a game. Don't let greed drive you. If greed is the motive, you think I'm fucking stingy? Bitch, I can't even go out to a restaurant every fucking day. While other motherfuckers do. I don't even have my own house. While other motherfuckers own 10 or 20. So you gotta check yourself and come correct. Because God is not fucking around. That's all I gotta say. Whether I'm here or not, it doesn't matter. I think I've said enough. I think literally people could take me out now and I'll be content with that. Because I believe that I've shared what I had to share before continuing to my next fucking project, to my next step. So I just had to let you guys know it's out of my hands now. It's off my fucking chest. You deal with it now. And I hope you're the right person that has to deal with this. Because if you're not, you're just going to get smashed under pressure and fucking collapse and die. Like I almost did. So if you want to continue fucking around, continue fucking around. No one gives a fuck then. It's that simple. It shouldn't be complicated at all. So I I just hope that I'm not even trying to be fucking cocky or anything. So just, keep your comments to yourself, before you get a fucking disciplinary fucking citation or some shit, a write up for opening your fucking mouth too goddamn much. Because if you don't, eventually you're just gonna end up getting a fucking bullet in your fucking mouth. I didn't say through your fucking mouth, into your fucking skull, outside your fucking cranium. Just a warning, a bullet inside your mouth. Suck on that one for a while. Feel that fucking iron. Feel the weight. I'm not a threat to no one besides myself. So you want to keep talking about threats? I mean, I could do this all day long. I mean, who can't? Especially when you're getting paid more than I am. For every month of my wages, you have fucking 5 years of my wages. Of course you could do this all day long, bitch. Of course you can. It's not a problem. Fucking 5 years of my life working and your 5 years of working, you can retire. While I have to continue another 20. And not even come close to what the fuck you're gonna get. And the shit that you will ever possess and the fucking happiness you will fucking experience. So don't fuck with me. And don't come at me like you fucking know me and don't expect me to do some shit when I'm limited as well. If you're not. Like, fuck. So that's why I just shut up and let life go about the way that it is, because I'm believing there's people out there that know what the fuck they're doing and they got this shit handled. That's cool. That's my assumption. I don't know about yours. So, and yeah, you could take it as a disclaimer. That's great. That's good for me. That leaves me out of the bullshit. Praise God. My hands are washed. Like a fucking warrior after a fucking battle. The blood's off my hands.